सर मेरे लैपटॉप का चार्जर दे दो।
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
गुड इवनिंग।
Good evening, ma'am.
गुड इवनिंग। We'll wait for some time and then we will begin our class, okay?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Have you all, okay? Without any more delay, let's begin our class. Last time in English, we were doing about, we were talking about speaking. and we discussed the elements of speaking, and how there are what are the types of speech. We spoke about formal speech. We spoke about informal speech. Okay, and we spoke about the elements of speech. How is a speech delivered? How a message is sent? How it is received, and how the reply is received. So the main topics for anything is speaking. Okay. Now, like you all know, especially in today's world, whenever you are out into the world, or the first step that you need to do is you have to deliver a speech. You have it is speech, not that there is an audience and there is a stage for you. You have a dice and you are going to say a speech. Conversation is a very important part of anything that you're doing in your life when you're out on the world. Okay, it could be the first of all, you could be your viva in a school. As you grow, you will be facing interviews. You will be facing board meetings. You will be facing group discussion. You will be facing also in on every part of your life. You will be facing conversation. Okay, so first, so basic. Sorry. So it's very important that you are confident in what you're speaking. So let us begin. Let me share my screen, and then we will discuss in detail how we are going to do this. Okay, so now we know the importance of speech delivery. Now, what are key issues in speech delivery? We are going to understand. Just hold a minute. Okay, now what are the key issues that whenever we are going to speak, what are the issues that we are going to face in a speech delivery? Okay, we will discuss this. And then there is connect speech delivery to the three artistic proofs: the ethos, pathos, and the logos. Just not and then the ethical issues in speech delivery. Okay, so let us begin. First of all, whenever you are going to speak, you need to think of a topic. All of you are getting me?
Hello, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, you're all there. I don't see
Ma'am,
nobody camera.
ma'am, this is Sumuk. I came just now.
Okay,
What
hi.
you were explaining now?
We are talking about public speaking today. Okay. So
Yes.
public speaking, like I have told you, it is very important in any aspect of life. Even today, you're talking to me. That is also kind of a conversation. It is public speaking. If you're not at home, you are outside your house, you are facing public speaking. Okay. You can only do whatever nuisance. You can talk however you like. You can sit however you like. That is only indoors, among your family, among your parents, or among your siblings. But once you're out into the world, you are going to be facing the basic aspects of speech delivery, public speaking, conversation, whatever you want to call it. Okay, Sumit?
Yes,
Clear?
ma'am.
Yeah. So the topic of today is clear. Now, the speech, first of all, when we want to speak, we should, what is the first thing that we have to, what is the first important point that we need whenever there's a speech? Somebody tell me, Abhinav?
Confidence and clarity on what you're speaking.
Yeah, your topic. We have to be very well prepared with the topic on which we are going to speak, right? And often it happens because of this, there is you can say a phobia is there. There is a word in the phobia, and somebody will Google it for me, and then we'll discuss it in class. There is a phobia that is called the stage fright. Yeah. And many people, even if they know about the topic, even they are able to speak among their friends, they're able to speak among their people they are comfortable with. But once they're on the stage, they get shaken up, right? So first of all, we need to topic. Second thing, your anxiety. You have to be free of any anxiety, right? So delivery can communicate more confidence and preparedness to your audience. Effective delivery shows your audience that you have researched your topic, understand what you're speaking about, and effective delivery allows you to pull it together to showcase your work and to speak with confidence during your delivery. So think about the brief courtroom speeches you've seen or heard by lawyers. Have you seen any videos of lawyers? They say the most effective speaker, the lawyer which has spoken in the most effective way often wins the case. And with this talent, they are making crores of rupees, right? You know, a lawyer in Supreme Court, he charges more than a crore in one sitting, and that sitting is, I think, hardly about 10 to 20 minutes. Within 10 to 20 minutes, he is making crores of rupees, right? So now you do understand the but before this, it is not that he's just pushed into the room and he's standing there and he's making the money. It's not that. It's not that easy. He is well prepared with the topic, with his topic. Okay, so an effective delivery allows you to pull it together to showcase your work, what research you have done, what work you have done, what you want to talk about, and to speak with confidence during your delivery. Now think about a brief quote that we have read about. Think about how they communicate confidence and enthusiasm with their argument when making a case to the jury. If an attorney does not seem confident in his or her delivery, how might it affect the jury's decision? Okay, so a person is judged by the way he is speaking. In the following section, we focus on 8 important aspects of delivery: overcoming anxiety. Okay, so overcoming anxiety, setting the tone, okay, the tone of your voice. If you are talking very meekly, you say, hello everybody, I hope you are all doing good. You are going to laugh at the teacher itself, right? Or actually gone case, right? So your tone has to be what you are delivering. Considering language, of course, you have language and your style, right? Incorporating visual aids, like I am sharing screen, you're seeing. If I am just reading it out to you, most of you will start yawning and you will want to go to sleep. It is like a lullaby to you. Being aware of time, you should be aware that how much time you have. If we have 1 minute to speak, like I have 40 minutes for this class, so I have to be prepared how much time you have to give. So choosing a delivery method, what is your method? Are you giving a visual? Are you writing on a chalkboard? Are you doing Zoom meeting? It might be Google Meet, or it could be a live video call. Okay, now projecting a speaking person, and finally practicing and putting your speech into action. Like I told you last time also in class, what is the best way to practice your speech? Is to speaking it's alone, right? So you have to now these days we have mobile, and in olden days we used to not have mobile, so we used to practice by speaking in front of the mirror. When you speak in the front of mirror, you know where you need to improve. Okay, okay, now the key issues in effective speech delivery. First of all, we'll talk about overcoming anxiety. Now, if you feel nervous about speaking in public, you should know that it is normal to experience some communication apprehension. Okay, that is called stage fright. Once very old method that therapists give you. If you are anxiety, if you are nervous, it often happens before an before an exam, you can say, or before a speech. What do you say? Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, right? And do this about 2 to 3 times, and you will feel relaxed. So this kind of this is an exercise. Okay, now when you deliver a speech, even you would expect an experienced person, experienced speech apprehension do. The well-known actor Mel Gibson is reputed to have been so overcome with nervousness in front of other people during his first performance that he had to sit down. His legs were so weak to support him, right? Many people start to tremble, their palms start to sweat, right? They, you can say, like you say, they begin to have that sweat, cold sweat in their foreheads. Their temples start to beat. Okay, the heart rate begin to pump. The heart begins to pump hard. So other noble celebrities who have experienced similar stage fright include Rod Stewart, Barbara Lawrence, Carly among them. Okay, forget them. Okay, now speakers may express apprehension in a variety of ways, as Mel Gibson experienced when his legs felt weak. But some of the most common symptoms include shaking hands and legs, voice fluctuations, and rapid speech. Moreover, almost all speakers worry that their nervousness is going to be so obvious to the audience. Fortunately, many signs of anxiety are not visible. Okay. For example, if your hands sweat or your heart pounds when you speak, your audience will probably not notice. Read, it happened to me. Okay. Okay. So if your hand is getting sweaty, you may not notice it. You may not notice it. But but I don't audience will not notice it. But you are feeling the main anxiety was that the people will get to know that I am nervous. Okay, this is the psychology that happens in the mind of the speaker. He thinks, oh, what will happen? I am going to be very humiliated if others find out, if my audience find out that I am nervous. So first of all, whenever you speak, take this thing out of your mind, that somebody is going to laugh at you, somebody is going to feel embarrass you, somebody is going to see that you're nervous. Number one point is you have to be confident. You should know, I am the leader here, I am the one in power here. Yeah, this is my stage, and I am delivering, I am the person delivering here. Okay, so you have to say this to yourself to fight anxiety. All of you all understand? Give me a message. Yes, I understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So I should know that you are all awake or not gone to sleep. Fine. So let's move on. As a speaker, your goal is not to eliminate feeling of apprehension, but to use them to invigorate your presentation. Having some apprehension can motivate you to prepare carefully. Okay, let's talk about it. Now, prepare carefully. Like I told you, you have to be very thorough with the topic that you are going to speak upon. Okay, now experts practice your speech before you. Now, when you have when you have your topic, do your research. Research will be through books, discussing with somebody, discussing with an expert, and you have to, like, you have done wide research, but you don't have to pour everything into your research. This person said this, that person said this newspaper cutting said this, that news channel said this. Okay, you have to uh, pick pick up from all those sources, and you have to make your own, write down your speech. Okay, be very thorough with your topic. You can put it on points, right, on how you are going to do it. Okay, I'm not going to teach you here how to write your speech. Okay, I'm just going to tell you how what you're going to do with your speech. So you have to be very thorough with your topic, and you have to be and when you write your speech, you have to know what How are you going to begin with it? When are you going to talk about the main elements of your topic? And then there is a conclusion. You can say that is the closing, the closing lines in a speech. Okay. So before you go on the stage, you have to practice your speech before you give it. Okay. And then when you're speaking, of course, when you look at the audience, first of all, of course, you don't have to stare at one person, but you have to look for a friendly face, somebody who is good to you, or you could be someone who is known to you. This I'm talking about stage. When you speak on a stage, someone who is smiling at you already, so it is better to you're going to be you feel at ease. You can see, you can feel relaxed when you focus on a friendly face. Now try some relaxation techniques. Okay. Let's see what they are saying. While the fear may be in your head, it manifests itself in physiological changes. Like I told you, your hands may sweat, your hands and your legs may shake. Okay. So this is your muscles tense, your breathing becomes shallow, and underline pumps through your system. Effective relaxation techniques for such situation include deep breathing, like I told you, visualizing successful speech. Okay. Like I told you, visualize I am the one in power here. Nobody, no, I am the one at this moment. I am the, you can say, I am the lion, I am the leader, right? It is my stage. Okay. So shallow breathing limits your oxygen intake and adds, you can say, this. And there is another also say paper bag. Have anybody heard about the paper bag technique?
No, ma'am.
No, this is a very old technique. Take a paper bag, okay, and put the mouth here. You can say like like a balloon. You blow in and then you blow out. Okay, this helps you control your breathing. So if your breathing is controlled, then only your tone, and you can control your tone, and you can control your voice. Your voice should not start. You should not start stuttering over there. Okay. So, and also one speaker told me more, especially there's a stress ball. Anybody's heard about the stress ball?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, there is a stress ball, and many people practice this. When you're thinking, you should pump on the stress ball, okay, so that you might not feel nervous. Okay, this also helps on a stage fright. Okay, next, try relaxing. Okay, breathing exercise that I told you. Now talk to yourself into a strong performance. If you watch professional athletes, okay, you can say, if you are speaking on a topic, of course, there are other speakers before you who had already spoken on them. You should always refer to those. What is the language they are using? What is the body? Copy their body language, copy their tone, right? Copy their style, you can say many times. So how are they gesturing? What are the gestures? Okay. And if somebody has a straight face like that and he's doing nothing, he is not moving his eye, just moving his lips, and he's delivering his speech, of course this is not an effective way. Okay. Okay, so give speeches. You can give speeches. First of all, ask your friend, hey, I'm going to give my speech, just listen to it. Okay. So of course your friend is going to give you an honest response. No, 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 you need to be saying better. You need to be how you can improve. Your friend will always tell you. Setting the tone. Okay, now tone refers to the mood feeling or feeling the speaker creates. Anybody is listened to any speech that Hitler has given? You
No,
can
ma'am.
on go to
Yes,
YouTube.
ma'am.
You
A
can,
few lines I have heard it.
yes. So Hitler was a very strong speaker, and he may have done nothing. He captured the entire audience only on the basis of his tone. Okay. All leaders give speech, but I think our Prime Minister Modi, he is a very strong speaker, right? Do you agree? And
Yes, ma'am.
it is the speaking, it is the tone of your voice. You can say that you say the aura that goes to your audience. That in Hindi you say what you say. In English you say the aura. You can also say the josh. Okay, the josh in your speech. Okay, do you this all goes to especially to the political leaders. If that is there, they are a winner. Okay, and also like I told you about lawyers, the tone, the josh has to be there. If there is a meek person, there is a person behind the speaker who are doing the research for him, who are writing the speeches for him. But this man is important. This man who is able to set the tone, who is able to deliver the speech in the proper way. Okay, now sometimes the tone is set by the occasion. Okay, it could be a religious occasion, a political occasion, speaking of a wedding, speaking at a funeral. Okay, you cannot laugh and you cannot joke around in a funeral speech. There are funeral speeches. Okay, and now you cannot talk about tragedy in a wedding speech. Okay, so it occasion is different. Okay, and on these tones are determined more by the situation than by the speaker. In other situations, such as speaking in front of city council to praise them or making a courageous decision about building a new library or park or criticizing them for doing so during a time of tight budgets. Okay, this is about opposition, the tight budgets. You can say criticizing. Like you must have seen recently, an AAP leader was out, and as soon as he was out of the prison, he gave a very dashing speech. Everybody said he was very, because of the aggression, because of that he had felt. It was a very dashing speech. He was criticizing the ruling government at that time. Okay, so the occasion allows the speaker to determine the tone or part of a meeting. Fine. Now, if you're smiling, okay, when a speaker rallies a crowd at a protest, the speaker has tremendous power to set the tone. As Martin Luther King Jr. often did, so that the crowd was incited not to do violence but to protest non-violently. Okay, it all depends on the leader, and many leaders were detained, that is sent to prison because of the basis. So what you say, bhadkau bhashan, right? When when the speech is this way, there are protests. When a friendly speech, a leader can stop the protest. A leader can also start a protest. Okay, so in these cases, the speaker may have an ethical obligation. Okay, although he has a leader has this in this tone. He is or he is. It is his feeling. He has to convince the people not to go on a not to move in a violent way. They should refrain from doing any damage to the property. Okay, so this is also set in a tone of the orator or the speaker to consider the consequence of setting different tones for an audience. If you are smiling and look happy when you are set up to deliver your speech, you will set a tone warmth and friendliness. Okay, if you are looking serious tense, you will set a different sort of tone, one of anxiety and discomfort. Remember, you set the tone for your speech long before you begin speaking. In fact, the tone can be set as soon as the audience sees you. Okay, so as you see the audience, you have to set your own. It is not that it is the tone is not in the middle of the speech. It is already you have to think about your tone, right? Your tone should be related to the topic of your speech. If you are giving a speech intended to inspire people to take action such as recycling, participating in a beach clean up, or walking in a fundraiser, right? It could be a fundraiser for the poor children. It could be a fundraiser for cancer patients. It could be fundraiser for any welfare action. Okay. So uplifting and positive tone can motivate your audience. Let's leave out the example. Although your tone will run throughout your speech, it can vary as you speak, of course. You don't start as soon as you start your speech, you don't start uh, uh, increasing your pitch. Okay, it has to take a way. Okay. Okay, first of all, I don't start that. Hello, everybody. No. But it is if it is an friendly atmosphere, yes, we start in a friendly way, but we increase our pitch as we come to the topic. Okay, are you there with me? That's the way. आप हैं मेरे साथ, right? This is the way the political leaders speak. Okay. Now, next is the main topic is considering language and style. As a speaker, the language you use to give your speech will shape the style of your speech. You cannot use a topori language, okay, when you're speaking, okay. So you have to be very clear about your language. Your pronunciation has to be correct. You you should not use you can say you should not use pronunciation as such that people are not aware with. Like we are Indian, and if you are delivering a speech in India, you should not use your British accent, or you should not use your American accent. You can go with the neutral Indian accent. Okay. mm, I think even Indian accent is acceptable even in America, even in Europe. Anywhere where English is spoken, Indian accent is accepted everywhere. Okay, next. Okay, now style refers to the type of language and phrasing a speaker uses and the effect it creates. Okay, your style can originate and indirect, such as style was common in the 19th century but is less so today. For example, consider the ornate style used in this selection from the Daniel with the Bunker Hill Monument oration, the great event in the history of the continent, which we are now met here to commemorate. So let's leave this out. Okay, during the American Revolution, great event of our history, there was commemorated importance of the channel. Anyway, this is all about how you should style the phrases you used to use, the language you use. Okay, the uh, the pronunciation, the accent also. Next is the importance of dress. How are you going to dress for your speech? Okay, of course, if you're you have to dress, mostly it is formal. Okay, no jeans and no t-shirts allowed. I think that you must always know. Okay, and of course the color of your dress and all matters a lot. Hmm. Stylistic devices, that is, if you are using a presentation, should have a presentation. If you are delivering if you are just delivering a speech, of course, if you have a slide, you can say, if you have a poster also, or you have a board here, if you are writing something, the people are more attracted to visuals, right? So you should have your speech these days are all about visuals, so incorporating visual aids. Okay, PowerPoint tips, presentation. Okay, so we have heard so now these are summarized. Now let's talk about something in practical. Anybody has any topic for public speaking? I want you to write a 1 minute speech. Okay, it has to be about 150 words to 200. Not when you speak it, you check your voice, check your time. It should not be more than a minute. So I have some topics here, that is dreams, discipline, value of time, health and fitness. And if you want, I can give you some unique topics also. Anybody has any topic? Any unique topic? Let me give you.
Ma'am, life, about life.
Life. Yes. Life is good. Good topic.
Ma'am, once I had a topic to speak on corruption.
Corruption is a very big very good topic. Okay. So I have 6 topics here. Pick the topic that you like. Okay. Put in some facts also. Put in some, you can say, quotations, you can say, from from a legend. Okay. Or from a good book, or a quotation from a legend. Quotation from, you can quote from Nelson Mandela, from Gandhi, if you are talking about discipline and all that, or if you're talking about dreams. Talk about manifestation. Anybody knows what is manifestation? There is a manifestation on 369. Manifestation of 369. Anybody knows about this?
No, ma'am.
Do your research. You can talk about manifestation. You can say, if if there is a desire, if you dream for something so strong, the entire universe works together in fulfilling your dream. This is manifestation. Okay. जैसे ना it is a शाहरुख खान मूवी also there. जब आप किसी बहुत ही इच्छा से किसी चीज के लिए ख्वाहिश करते हैं, तो पूरी कायनात आपकी उस ख्वाहिश को पूरी करने में आपका सहयोग करती है. They help, the universe helps you in fulfilling your dream. If you have that you can say, that urge, that strength, this is called manifestation. And this
Ma'am,
is
can't ma'am, can't we pick our own topics?
what?
Ma'am, it's better to pick our own topics.
Yeah, you can pick your own topic.
Ma'am, like out of these all 7.
Any topic that you like. It need not be any of the 7 also. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
But it has to be, do your practice, do 1 minute, and you will have to speak in camera here in front of everybody. Okay, we are not going to say there is no marks in it. There is we will correct you. We will never judge you. Okay. So be free and work on your body language. Okay. That's it. Anybody has any topic, anything, any question, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Everybody all good? Give me a message. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Send me a message. Yes. Okay. Because I do not see all of you, so that's why I'm asking you to send me a message. Fine. So anybody has anything anybody who has a topic other than these 7?
Ma'am, cybercrime.
Very nice. Very nice. Cybercrime.
Generation gap.
What?
Generation gap. It's advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah. Good. What advantages and disadvantages of what?
Like
Ma'am,
generation gap.
artificial intelligence.
Weather.
Artificial AI. Yeah.
Ma'am, about weather.
Weather. Climate change. You can talk about the climate change. It is snowing in Saudi Arab, right? Sahara desert. It is snowing and flood is there. When there was drought over there. Climate change.
Ma'am, also generation gap between like old people and new gen. Its
Generation gap.
disadvantage like misunderstanding and stuff. Advantages are
Ma'am,
new
about
technology and
democratic
stuff.
countries.
Understanding, you can call it miscommunication also. Communication
Time
in
management.
relationship. Okay, it could be means communication between a father and son, or between siblings. Time management, that I told you, value of time.
Ma'am, about nature.
Climate change is the same thing.
Democratic
Stock
countries, ma'am.
markets.
Democratic country, democracy,
Yes, ma'am.
Market value going up and down.
value, democracy, value, okay, value of democracy you can talk about. And dictatorship,
Markets. Stock
market, yeah.
markets.
Stock market is a very good topic. You can also coach somebody in your speech. You can invite somebody. I can coach you on how you can make money in stock market, right? Okay, so this is a good. This is all. Have you all? Anybody wants to note this? Okay, sure. Stop share. So you have written your topic. We have discussed some topics here. We have discussed how to what are the barriers in giving a speech, how to overcome it, okay, and how to also there are some certain exercises. I told you breathing exercise, a stress ball, you can say, how to overcome your stress and how to prepare yourself for a speech, okay. So in that note, I will end the class now. Anybody has anything to say?
Nothing, ma'am.
Everyone's all good?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, message me all good. Okay, bye.
Thank
We'll
you,
end the
ma'am.
class.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
night, all of you. Bye bye.